Hey, good afternoon. We're in the last couple of days of Pisces, collective. Feeling all the feels. We've had Venus and Neptune doing their dance. Mercury's also there. So, in the collective, oceanic, mutable water, cup of water, the ocean, lakes. Pisces is where you learn the soul. You learn, there for the grace of God go I. And so, what typically happens is that we all go through a karmic review during this time of year. And it's varying degrees. If you're one of the water signs, then you're kind of in your element, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If you're a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag, you're like, WTF, we're going to get to some heat. And then the earth signs, you like the ability for water to soak up the water and to feel in limited forms, Taurus, Virgo, and Cap. And then the air signs, you're kind of like WTF, not the same as the fire, but there is kind of, it can be a little bit foggy for you. And that's a key phrase for Pisces is foggy. It's kind of where all of the boundaries kind of blur. Well, the spring equinox is at about 4:38 a.m. Central Daylight Time, and in Kansas City, all of the planets, with the exception of Pluto, are under the horizon. So we're in a pretty introverted spring this year, which means it's best for you to charge up alone. He said, well, we've been sheltering in place. What the am I talking about? It just indicates that you can get back into activity and all of that, but make sure that you get time, to yourself as much as possible. With Mars in Gemini and for the next several weeks, it's important to realize that your anger or your frustration may come out in the tone, in the syntax, in the words, and certainly Aries, Gemini, Sagittarius, even some Leo people, but Aries, Gemini, and Sag, it's important to mind your tone. Don't police others, but police yourself. And then the Pisces and Virgos, you may find yourself at the other end of someone's frustration, and it may be just that you need to get some air in a lot of ways. In Scorpio, it's about changing and growing out of your comfort zone. Well, that's really everybody. As long as Venus is invisible, because we do have a new Venus star coming up on the 25th, 26th. So next week, we're moving from Gemini into the Aries star. But it's invisible, and it has been since February 1st, and it will go into May 15th. And I'll talk a little bit more about that uh, as in the upcoming days or weeks. But what I want you to know about this equinox is that it's important to understand when the days and nights are equal, then what we're looking at is that ability to have the lunar consciousness, the intuitive, how we're all connected, and then the solar consciousness, the rationality, the ability to think and show things in the outer world. And those being equal, it can be analogized to our soul and then to our ego. What's in our best interest, ego, and then what's in everyone or the collective or relational interest, the soul. And when you're getting on Aries about taking things personally, that's what they're here to do. Aries is about learning to put themselves first after coming out of these collective blurry boundaries of, you get a car, you get a car, we all have cars, or we all have feelings, we all have whatever. And so Pisces is where it all blends together, and Aries is attempting and wants to create its own unique, separate identity outside of the collective or communal, even ancestral identity that Pisces is connected to. Because think, each sign has its own particular curriculum. And so just know that this is the time period for us to ignite our curiosities for sure with all the Gemini energy, but at the same time, realize that we are looking at where our wounds are, where they have been, and where they will often maybe trigger us or how we get triggered. But use this time wisely, manage your time, manage your intentions, and happy vernal equinox, the spring equinox. More to come later. Be sure to subscribe to YouTube, Quan Tracy Cherry. Go to ourrawmaterial.com. We do begin Mentors Week as well. And happy Equinox.